meals once you reach Paris?
Food.
You can't go wrong with a good meal in Paris, of course.
When we think about the fact that we're never alone, we always have our crew with us. We're always making those connections with our fellow crew and, most importantly, with our customers. How are you connecting with our customers? What are some memorable moments that you've made for our customers on the aircraft?
Yes, Mallory. So I'm language of destination French. I speak French, and during a boarding was a flight from Paris to Los Angeles.
Okay, so greet me in French. I want to hear it.
Bonjour, madame, et bienvenue à bord.
I love it. It's so good. Here's me too.
So I do greet the customers in French, and so during boarding time, I greet that little lady who's coming in. She hears me speak French, and she just basically jump at me and give me a hug. And in 5 seconds, she tells me the entire story of her life. She has never been out of the little city that she lives north of Paris. She's rarely been Paris. For the first time, she's getting on a plane to go in a different country. A country that she doesn't speak the language. She didn't speak a word of English, but her granddaughter just had a baby. So she wanted to go ahead and surprise her. And it became just an amazing bonding moment. We had 10 and a half hours together. We became best friends by the end of the trip. And she guaranteed me that she was always going to be flying Delta. So she was, yes, it was extremely touching and interesting to see
How that little moment, how that little greeting turned into a
so something amazing. So the little things that we do are very, very important. As I say, in customers is everything. I'm sure you and Pavel, who are language of destination speakers, as well, will tell you that.
Several young couples, they are traveling from Seoul to Atlanta with their babies. As a parent myself, I did my best to take care of them, offering waters to parents and additional snacks for their young children. I hoped my little assistant would reduce their stress a little bit. Later, by the end of a flight, they expressed how much my little effort meant to them. It was incredibly rewarding experience to me.
Anybody else have a memorable moment making a connection or making a moment that matters for our customers? So just a few weeks ago, I was on a flight, the initial flight, and we were flying into Detroit, and it was a little bit delayed. And I had this family of 4 on board, and they were making a connection to Paris. And they were really worried about their connection time, but they were the nicest family. They talked to me the whole flight. They were asking questions about, they were doctors. They're asking questions about our medical training and just things on board. But they were so kind. Saw that they were all million milers, all 4 of them.
Yeah.
So what I did was I got on with Crew Assist, which is our assistant in the air, things they can help us with on the ground while we're still in the air. And I let them know that I had this family of 4 million milers, and they were very nervous about not making their flight. So I was able to organize Elite Services, meeting them at the boarding door, and they got them to their gate in the Porsche.
Wow.
And they later touched base and said that out of their entire trip to Paris, that flying with Delta and having that happen was a very memorable moment for them, which makes me feel great because I want to make anyone's trip elevated. That's amazing. But that also shows how you can use the technology that Delta provides us to make those experiences happen, to take care of our customers in an even more elevated way. So I love hearing about that. Anish, do you have?
Yeah, there's little things that we can do that can help calm passengers' nerves and ease their travel experience. One such experience I had was with a young boy who was traveling on his own for the first time from Minneapolis to Amsterdam. And it was his first experience crossing an ocean. And recently, he had learned about the passenger safety information card and all of the careful training and evacuation procedures we cover as flight attendants to keep our customers safe. And he had plenty of questions about all the different possibilities of things that might happen on board. And it took a couple of us flight attendants sitting down with him, talking him through his experience getting to the plane, and explaining to him kind of how planes work, how they stay up in the air, and that there was nothing to worry about, and that we were all there as a team to help keep our customers safe. And by the end of the flight, he was sent happily on his way with a packet of Biscoff cookies and a story to tell about his first time traveling alone overseas.
From million milers to unaccompanied minors and everything in between,